pleasure for the Ben Chin for Mayor campaign.
Yeah!
I am so incredibly proud of everyone in this room and what we accomplished together this year. I'll introduce Nicola, who's going to introduce Ben, who I know we're all waiting to hear from tonight. Thank you.
I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone in this room who has been such a deep source of inspiration for me, for Anjali when she gets old enough to hear the story of all of the love that has been shared. And I am so grateful to introduce the love of my life, Anjali's dad, and our inspiration, Ben Chin.
All right, Ben!
Thank you all so much. I gotta start by saying thank you all so much for all the work that you've done on this campaign. And I'd also like to say congratulations to Mayor McDonald. This is a man who, although we have many disagreements, has spent his life in public service, in the military, on the police force, in the schools, and at City Hall. And it's been an honor to engage with him in this campaign, and he has my respect and well wishes. All of us knew when we started this campaign that we were taking on a two-term incumbent that won by over 20 points in 2013. And we knew this campaign might get a little ugly, even if we took the high road, and we all knew that tonight might end this way. And if you're like me, it's probably natural to be feeling maybe a little bit dark right now. I spent all day at the polls, and one thing that surprised me was how many of my neighbors actually refused to shake my hand. And when we look around the world at the Donald Trumps and the Paul LePages and the violence all around the world, it's only natural to feel a little darkness at this point. But there's only one question when the world feels dark, and that is, what do we do in that darkness? And I say to you, there is only one thing to be done, and that is what all of you have been doing, and that is to be a light for the world.
Yes!
When my daughter asks me, what were you doing in the year I was born? And when your children and everybody ask you, what did you do in 2015 when the world felt dark? You can tell them that you helped knock on tens of thousands of doors and listened to your neighbors and crafted a vision for our city. You shone the light of public accountability on corporate slumlords. You elected a new city council that will pass the changes we need to move forward. And perhaps, most importantly, you modeled for so many people what a positive grassroots movement to shape the future of our city really can look like. We didn't do this because we had the certainty of winning. Hope always exists in the absence of certainty. We just did this because it was the right thing to do. We did this because this campaign was not about one person. It was about building something that belonged to everyone. That's why I still have hope. In Romans, the Apostle Paul says, we glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces endurance, and endurance character, and character hope. Like so many faith traditions around the world, we know that suffering is ultimately redemptive. Tonight may be one electoral defeat for one candidate, but I believe we are actually just getting started.
Absolutely.
People voted today who never voted in their life. People knocked on doors who had never done anything political before. We're not going anywhere. We're going to have the city councils back. We're going to pass a referendum to raise the minimum wage and tax the rich to fund our schools. Everything we've accomplished today just makes those victories all the more certain. Our city is never going to be the same. History is on our side. Victory is within reach, if not yet fully within our grasp. This has been the great honor of my life, working with all of you. Let's keep our eye on the prize. Thank you all so much.